Hey guys, so I wanted to create this quick video on how to detect a fraudulent listing because it is happening way too much these days. I'm sure many agents out there are getting phone calls of a come list my vacant land is mostly what we're seeing, of course. So I thought I would put this together to just kind of share with you what I do to do my due diligence to make sure that those come list me vacant land people who are calling, typically it's off of Zillow. Sometimes they're even with these referral companies of what you can do to do your due diligence. Take 15 minutes to make sure it's a legitimate listing. First and foremost, when you're talking to them, you could even ask them, hey, not only do I need your driver's license, which they can still, it could still be fraudulent, but also I would ask for proof of ownership of the property. Like, do they have a deed or do they have the title insurance paperwork? If they kind of stumble and give some sorry excuse, like I've had one of my house was on fire and I lost all the paperwork. So, if they kind of have that, normally it's probably not legit, but still, if you still believe them and want to take the next step, I would then do a Google search on the person. So typically if it's vacant land, the address is not the property of the vacant land. They obviously have to have their original home address of where they live. So make sure you do a search with not only their full name, but then also like in, let's just say Port St. Lucie, Florida, of wherever they might live. So then you start to scroll through and look to see where they might have a phone number or some sort of contact details for you to call them. And then I start making my phone calls and try to reach them. Typically, I can find a phone number at some point in time, like looking through a few different websites and speak to the actual owner. And that's when I ask them, hey, by chance, are you looking to sell your vacant lot at blah, 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 123 Main Street in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I've yet to have someone say yes. So then I already know it's fraud. And unfortunately, there's nothing the seller can do or the owner of the property can do about it. I typically do give them the details of the person who is trying to do the fraudulent act of selling their property and collecting the funds. And so at least they can report it. But 9 times out of 10, it's a Google Voice number or a WhatsApp number or something like that. That can be a bogus number, and they shut that number down as well as the email address before the FBI or anyone can reach them. So normally there's not much that can be done, but other than the fact that we as realtors, I feel, have a duty to continue to educate ourselves and to continue to do the due diligence that we need to do. Because sometimes, unfortunately, if you don't have the right title company, and this is where title companies can be really, really important. If you don't have the right title company, they can close on a property, and then more so it's the buyer that is SOL. So we don't want to do that. We want to protect everyone as we are transaction brokers, at least in the state of Florida, and we are here to protect the transaction. So I wanted to just put this video out there. Hopefully this helps some of you. I do put, every time I get something fraudulent, I do put a post out on Facebook and say, alert, alert, don't talk to this person, because if they are reaching out to you, I can guarantee you that they are not selling their property. So anyway, if you have questions about this, reach out to me, because I love educating and supporting us realtors and helping you make sure that you are doing your career and job to the utmost highest standards. Thanks.